everyone to Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. We're at the Bradley Center. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, I'm Kevin Harlan, bringing you the NBA live on 2K Sports, along with Doris Burke, who will be joining us courtside moments from now. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Someone we'll be keeping an eye on is the elusive Ilyasova.
You know, it doesn't show up in the box score, guys, but he's one of the best in the league at taking charges.
Sometimes even more valuable than a block or a steal. You get the ball and chalk up a foul the other way. It's not pretty, doesn't necessarily show up in the box score, but it helps you win.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there. Well, Brandon Knight out of Kentucky is more of a combo guard than a pure point when you look at him offensively. But with his long arms and good athleticism and at 6'3", I think there's a lot of upside for him at the defensive end of the floor. I think he's a guy that could defend 1 and 2s effectively.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Andre Iguodala. The shot. And it's Butler missing. And here are the Warriors now. It's a 5-point game. That is good. And for Brandon Knight offensively, he's still trying to figure it out.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. I mean, he does have some point guard skills. He's got some athleticism, but he's really an excellent outside shooter when he's got time to set up.
Bogut kicks to Thompson. And so just over a minute and a half played. Shot's good by Iguodala.
Assist goes to.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Knight with it. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Brandon Knight. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The pass to Sanders. For 3. Milwaukee the rebound, and the layup's good off the glass. Sanders has got his first basket.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Knight against Curry. That's good. Bucks leading by 3. Down low, Mayo. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Thompson against Mayo. Iguodala outside. Bogut against Sanders. Sanders with the steal. Moving it up. Here's Knight, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Now, here's Curry. He dishes it to Thompson. Shoots. Rebound, Milwaukee. Sanders has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Butler missing.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Curry passes to Thompson. Fires it up. And the jumper is good. Thompson's got his second bucket. Bucks leading by 5. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Mark Jackson. He talked about what an even matchup this is and said he expected a very tightly contested game. When two teams are so alike, more often than not, it comes down to the very last moments or even a little bit of luck. We'll see if he's right, guys.
Thanks for that, Doris. There's going to be a lot of energy out here tonight on display. These teams both want to grab the upper hand early.
I agree, Kevin. Important to get off to a fast start because they're so evenly matched, these two teams. So who can seize control early?
You know what, guys? I'm not sure there's going to be a whole lot separating these teams at any point in this game. Like you both said, I think it's going to be really tight.
Here's Curry, and another basket for Golden State.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Knight dishes to Ilyasova. It's stolen by Curry. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals.
Milwaukee with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Knight kicks to Ilyasova. It's stolen by Curry. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance. I like what we're seeing.
Here is Knight. He's got 6. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over, try to tighten things up here.
You know, a part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually, is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
On defense, the Warriors. 3-point lead. He feeds it to Sanders. It's Mayo on the wing. Passes to Sanders. Mayo dishing to Sanders. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Azile's checked in for Andrew Bogut.
Substitution for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli.
Iguodala against Butler. The 3. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Now Thompson. Following Caron Butler's 3-point attempt. It's Thompson off the drive. Pass to Curry. Left side Curry. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And the first one drops. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And both free throws good for Curry.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Knight gets a screen from Ilyasova, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Warriors leading by 5. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
He is really putting his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Knight passes to Mayo. Shot to stop the drought. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
First one falls for him. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard or shooting guard. He's just a player, though. I think he can do a lot of things on the floor.
Well, he's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score, and most of those points coming off jump shots.
Mayo hits them both. Here's Curry. He's got 8. And the shot is good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And the shot is good.
They came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now, here's Thompson. 10 points for him, and he gets the bucket. He's got 12.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Here's Delfino, and Henson kicks to Delfino. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 12. Dishes it to Curry. Feeds it to Azili. 5 to shoot. Here's Barnes. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Henson. Bucks trail by 4. Mayo with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Mayo drives in. Here's Henson. And he drops it in from the low post. Henson's got his first 2 points.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Thompson off the pick from Azili. Thompson against Mayo. Beyond the arc. Here's Azili. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Now, here is Knight. 6 points for him. Off target from 3-point range. Knight against Thompson. Tries from the block. They get the rebound. No good from Azili.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Mayo kicks to Delfino. Here's the 3, and he gets the bucket. Delfino's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Douglas against Ridenour. Azili gets the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Knight gets a screen from Pachulia. The feed to Delfino. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Knight for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 6. Pass to Delfino. Unloads. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Here's Douglas. Shoots from 12. Iguodala up top. He's guarded by Knight. Just 5 to shoot. It's Iguodala with the drive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point per game kind of a player. Last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's his all-around versatility that makes him star level.
That one is off. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The dish now to Henson. Knight passes to Pachulia. Outside Delfino. Offensive rebound. Henson uses the glass to finish the layup.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Spades with a screen on Knight.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Here's Delfino. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Ridnour out there with Carlos Delfino. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, gentlemen, an impressive defensive turnaround for the Golden State Warriors last season under head coach Mark Jackson. Jackson said, quote, "You don't stumble into being a very good defensive team. It comes through repetition and drilling it. I've got a great group that totally buys in and is committed." Guys, he's reshaped the identity of this ball club, and the players have responded.
Well, Doris, he's really talked a lot about changing the culture. Another example there.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here's Douglas after the basket by Milwaukee. And Spates gets it to go.
The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Kicks to Butler. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Butler's got his first basket.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Douglas dishes to Barnes. He kicks it to Douglas. 6 to shoot. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Bucks trail by 4. Ridnour gets a screen from Ilyasova. Ridnour, that's good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now here's space. Over to the wing. Barnes kicks to Lee, and he uses both hands to jam it in. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a
Come on.
blowout, Kevin, or even
I
an
know.
exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I
shaking his
just,
head.
you know what,
he's
Kev?
disgusted.
Come on, Kev. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
The shot's good from Douglas.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mark Jackson was going over with his team. He said to his players, we can do a lot of damage if we get more aggressive about driving the lane and taking it into the teeth of this defense. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Curry. O.J. Mayo missing his last shot. Curry passes to Thompson. Curry against Ridnour, just 5 to shoot. Curry attacking, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Stephen Curry, really the engine that drives the Warriors offensively, and I don't know if there's a more entertaining player in the whole league than Steph Curry. I mean, he's one of the elite shooters already early in his career in league history, and he's a leader for this team off and on the court. Just very, very impressive.
Free throw good by Curry. And Curry last season logging heavy minutes, a good sign that he was able to hold up physically.
Yeah, and despite those concerns over that right ankle, he really had a tremendous season. I thought competed better defensively. Not the most athletic guy, but possibly the most skilled player in the league when you look at his ability to handle the ball, shoot with range, and pass.
It was great to see him get on a big playoff stage and show the rest of the country just what they've got to look forward to.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Now here's Curry. He's got 11. They get a hand on it. Oh, and here he comes. Ridnour all alone. That's good. Ridnour's got 4 this quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Curry against Ridnour. Out to Thompson. Lee, a screen on Mayo. Thompson for the triple. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ridnour. The putback and the dunk by Sanders.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Now here's Curry. Right wing. Butler against Barnes. Now the pass to Bogut.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Mayo, that's good.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
The Warriors trailing. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Lee. And the rejection by Sanders. Mayo into the lane. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Mayo's got 6 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
Warriors trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
To end the run, it's hauled in by Butler.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
From 8. Here's Sanders. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, the one thing that you have to have in basketball is big men who can protect the rim, and that's what Sanders does. He's willing to go up and block shots, really patrol the paint and protect that rim area.
Yeah, you know, but there's nothing easy in the lane when Sanders is on the floor. You always have to be looking over your shoulder if you plan on putting up a shot with him around. That one misses.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be.
Now here's Curry. He's got 11. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And back to Minnesota, they were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they are, competing for home court in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of changes for the Bucks in the offseason, but a team that was able to sneak in last year, they're hopeful to make it once again this season, but it feels like they're kind of stuck in the middle right now.
The first one falls.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Thompson. 13 points and 1 assist.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the 2-guard position.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Three-pointer, Ridnour, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Well, and Clark, going back to Klay Thompson, he wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was, and Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble, and he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Curry against Ridnour. Curry kicks to Barnes. Rejected by Pachulia. Now here's Mayo, 13 points in the game. He used that pick to get in close. And it's a 6-point Milwaukee lead.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Shoots the three. Count the bucket. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Ridenour. He feeds it to Ilyasova. That's good. And it's Ridenour picking up the assist. Ridenour's got his 4th assist in this one. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Passes it to Thompson. Dishes it to Lee. Shot on the wing, and he gets it to go. And Milwaukee has possession. 4-point game. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Pass to Ridenour. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. And there's the feed to Bogut. Just 5 on the clock. It's Curry with the drive, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 13.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet, anyway.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 17. The tray, and that one's good. And it's now only a 1-point Bucks lead.
Now he's hit a pair of 3 balls in this quarter, so he's starting to find his range.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Things are starting to warm up from the field for them this quarter as they add to their lead.
Yeah, it seems like everybody, Steve, has the hot hand right now.
Ridenour against Curry. Shoots. That one off the back iron and out.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Mayo drives in. Shot denied. Screen by Bogut. Curry gets the screen from Lee. Curry kicks to Barnes. Pass to Bogut. He dishes it to Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, the Warriors aggressively pursuing top talent this summer. They surprised many as strong contenders for Dwight Howard and did end up with an all-star acquisition in Andre Iguodala. He gives them an elite perimeter defender who can also create offense for them in a point forward role. And with their shooters, a great fit for his talents. This is a team not content to rest on its laurels, but constantly in hot pursuit of the best players in the game.
Such a terrific turnaround. Thanks, Doris.
Now, Klay Thompson making NBA money. I'll tell you what, he learned from his father, Michael Thompson, who played a long time in the NBA. And his dad taught him, hey, you better live on a monthly stipend. You got to save your money, son. So good advice from Pops.
And he makes the first. And you know, to go back, there's the cliche of the athlete who doesn't save for retirement. It's got to be a good thing for Klay Thompson to have that restraint, I would think.
And what I like, Kevin, the focus for him is on basketball and getting better. No entourage, no shopping sprees. Everything is pretty low-key and close to the vest. I mean, he's a gym rat, wants to be a great player, not interested in glamour and celebrity. He wants the ball.
I like the fact he lives on a tight budget. And, you know, as Steve was talking about, he's got some pretty good genes, pretty good bloodlines, too.
DNA isn't bad at all with Michael being the dad.
Milwaukee in the lead. There's 1:17 left in the second quarter. It's tipped. Iguodala outside. Here's Spates. The game now all time. Spates has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Delfino gets a screen from Pachulia. Shot by Mayo is no good.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Now Now here's Douglas. He's guarded by Delfino. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Reese Spates swapped teams once again last year, this time joining Cleveland. Now he finds his way to Golden State. Spates very talented, but you wonder if he's ever really going to find his niche with one team for more than a year or two.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Spates, primarily, Clark, a pick-and-pop big man.
Yeah, I like his nice soft touch, Kevin. It's really solid in the mid-range area. He's a pretty decent rebounder as well. I think he's a very productive backup and young enough to where he's still got some room to grow.
And both free throws good for Spates.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
Here's Douglas. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. 20 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Douglas kicks to Thompson. That's good with a Douglas assist. Thompson's got 26.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Julia, good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Thompson from long range. Tie game in Milwaukee. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much. Coach, going into halftime here, still anybody's game. How do you feel about what you're seeing out there?
I thought we were doing a good job. I thought we missed some easy shots. We got some good looks. The pace was at a pretty good pace. We have to make sure that when we do push that pace, that shot goes up. We've got to get back on defense and find shooters.
Coach, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. The Bucks are going all out to stay in it. Nice ball movement offensively, making the extra pass, and it's paying off. It's been an O.J. Mayo clinic in this one against the Warriors. He's already racked up 18 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. On the other hand, Golden State also been giving it their best. Points in the paint, definitely in their favor. They've stayed in attack mode down low. Klay Thompson with a phenomenal first half. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buying. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Well, he shot his share of free throws, that's for sure. I mean, he got to the line, drew contact, and you love getting to the free throw line. Easy points if you can get them.
Steve, I think they may have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one player. I mean, he's drawing a lot of fouls on guys.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Steph, Klay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside. Here is Knight after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Knight passes to Mayo. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And the nation of intimidation right in front of us here, guys, on this overlay. Let's take a moment here for the career leaders in blocks per game. Some giants of the NBA.
Well, that's what you'd expect, right? Mark Eaton, 7'4", Manute Bol, 7'7". I mean, those are specialists right there. And then you have more all-around big guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. And I'll tell you what, if you're averaging around 3 blocks a game, well, that's top tier.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now, here is Knight. Ilyasova is screen on Bogut. Here's Sanders. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Lee rejected by Ilyasova. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here.
The knock on David Lee for a long time was that he didn't impact his team defensively. I mean, last year, however, you could see that it was something he was focusing on more and more, and really was a factor with his help defense and rotation.
That free throw from Lee is good. And Clark, when you talk about David Lee defensively, in the past, he's had to play a lot as center, both in New York and Steve now in Golden State.
Well, that's probably the weakness in his game. He doesn't have long arms. He's not a shot blocker. He can get pushed around a little bit by the stronger centers. That's why it was important for Golden State to put Andrew Bogut next to him to be a rim protector and to protect Lee a little bit down there. Even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Now here's Curry. He's got 13. Pulls up on the elbow. That's good. Curry's got 15 points. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
So tough to see a player go down with an injury like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. It's just one of those things, though. You've seen it happen before as well. And you can tell whatever it is painful for him.
Tony Douglas is checked in for Golden State. Knight dishes to Butler. He kicks it to Sanders. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. 9 points in the game so far.
It's obvious he's hurting. I mean, he's going to tough it out, though, and continue to contribute. You got to give him credit for that.
Douglas kicks to Thompson. Turnaround Jay. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Knight, that's a 2-pointer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Butler gets it to go.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. And we've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Timeout called the Bucks.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. He mentioned the need for more use of the pick and roll. It's a basic component of their offense that he said he hasn't seen nearly enough of. He went on to talk about playing a strong defensive game in the paint and denying any easy opportunities inside. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Caron Butler is one of those rock-solid, steady vets. Just a pro's pro, we call it. Entering the final year of his contract, you know he's looking to be aggressive out there.
And for Butler out of UConn, a good defender, Steve, a good jump shot.
Yeah, played in one All-Star game back with the Wizards. Now going into his 12th year in the league. He's had a great career.
And the first one at the line is good.
Caron Butler has been playing well. He's got 10 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
Well, he showed off how intelligent he is defensively. He understands where the ball is, where players are, what's happening in front of them.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
You know, during the season before last, the Bucks' problem had been offense. They just couldn't put up points consistently, and even when their defense would hold up, they would simply get outgunned by teams. They decided to change that by trying to be more of a transition team last year.
Here's Knight. After the made shot from Douglas, Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. Outside Mayo. Right side Mayo. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to a single point after the basket from Sanders. And back to the Bucks actually led the entire Eastern Conference in pace and were third overall in the NBA. Steve, only teams that were ahead of them were the Rockets and Nuggets, two teams you always think of running.
Well, it makes sense for the Bucks to have played that style last year. You had that backcourt of Ellis and Jennings, a lot of speed and quickness. They later added J.J. Redick, so you had shooting. So they had to play fast. It made some sense, but in the end, they've made some changes in the offseason, and they're looking to get better.
Okay, time now for an injury report. For an update on Stephen Curry's injury, let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Warriors' head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. He'll have to sit the rest of the way in this one, and it's unclear how much longer after that.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
Well, knowing him, Kevin, I'll bet he can put it behind him as quickly as possible.
Let's hope so, Steve. I know everybody's looking forward to seeing him back out there.
Timeout called the Warriors.
The Warriors were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since the We Believe season in 07 when they knocked off the Dallas Mavericks as an 8 seed. They didn't finish above 500 on the road, but still were much better than previous years, which allowed them to get to the playoffs.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mark Jackson was going over with his team. He outlined a new set of priorities for them, the main one being to attack the basket at every opportunity. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Well, back to that Warrior road record that Clark was talking about, 19-22, as you said. But I remember an early road trip that, had them go 6-1. Really helped them start to believe in themselves. Steve was a team last season.
Yeah, that included that buzzer-beating win against Miami on Draymond Green's shot. I mean, I think that's when this group really realized that they could make some noise and possibly be a playoff team.
And here's Douglas. He's got 11. Ilyasova inside the line. That's good. And it's Ridenour picking up the assist. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work. That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Bazili comes in for Andrew Bogut, and Spates subbed in for Tony Douglas. Ridenour against Thompson. Out left to the wing, looking to end the run, and there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Thompson. And for Mark Jackson, there had been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant, and he just finished signing an extension through the 2014-15 season. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling, and Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him, and that's most of the battle right there.
Just 5 to shoot. And another 3 for Golden State.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 31. Shot's good by Iguodala. Milwaukee's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Knight and Ezeli with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Bucks with some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for Sanders. John Henson comes in for Ilyasova. And Delfino is subbed in for Butler.
John Henson. Carlos Delfino.
Delfino passes to Knight. Inside. Rejected by Spates. Now Thompson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Knight dishes to Henson. Back to Knight. There's the pass to Pachulia. Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely. To tie. Here's Iguodala. No good. That would have tied it.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Here's Pachulia. Knight kicks to Delfino. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. He feeds it to Spates. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Spates has got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Ridnour kicks to Knight. To the paint, here's Delfino. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Delfino's got 9.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Thompson with it. Now guarded by Ridnour. For the lead. Rebounded by the Bucks. Knight's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the layup falls. Knight's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Bucks leading by 4. Ridnour gets a screen from Pachulia. Now, here's Ridnour. He's covered by Ezeli. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Thompson against Ridnour. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Dishes it to Ezeli. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Thompson right side, and too long on the shot.
Well, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Thompson against Ridnour. Here's Henson. The Warriors pull it in. 1:07 left to play here in the third. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Here's Ridnour after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
he doesn't have the elite speed or shooting ability to be an impact starter. But Luke Rittenauer, with his experience in the league, the way he can run an offense, his ball handling skills, and his three-point shot making ability, is ideally suited to be a backup point guard and a very effective one for any team in the league.
That's good from Rittenauer. And Rittenauer's three-point percentage has fallen off the last few seasons, Steve, but he's still one of the top mid-range shooters in the game.
Yes, he is. Former 14th overall pick out of Oregon back in 2003. You know, defensively, he can sometimes be at a disadvantage, but he's really carved out a nice, long career.
No good on the second free throw.
The Bucks actually made it back into the playoffs last season, but it wasn't because they were dominant at home. Only 21-20 at the Bradley Center, and those 21 wins were the fewest of any team that played in the playoffs.
Now here's Lee. 9 points in the game so far. 7-foot shot, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Iguodala.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
They get it back. The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got 6 points.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Milwaukee leading by 5. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Carlos Delfino out there with Mayo. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Delfino dishes to Sanders. No luck. Nice D from Bogut.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Shot's good by Iguodala.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Here's Delfino. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Mayo. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. Thompson off the pick from Lee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Surprisingly, the Bucks were one of the better teams from the East against the West last season, 14-16, which was better than most teams in the East and part of why they were able to make it into the playoffs.
Butler passes to Delfino, lets it fly. That one wide left. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. And stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Delfino. He's covered by Thompson. Shoots it. Delfino, good. And the Bucks lead by 2. Going back to the Bucks, with their small backcourt, they could have nights where they could just run teams to death, and they were able to take advantage of a few teams like that.
Well, the main thing is that they showed they weren't afraid of anyone. Ellis and Jennings would just try to run the ball down your throat, but in the end, it wasn't a combination that the Bucks felt confident with, and that's why they were willing to let Ellis and Jennings go.
Pass to Mayo. There's the triple. And another three for Milwaukee.
Second three-pointer of the half, fourth overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. On the wing, Iguodala. Feeds to Lee. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sanders with a screen on Barnes. Mayo dishing to Ilyasova. Fires from the wing. And another basket for Milwaukee.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
It's Iguodala with the drive. The dish now to Bogut. Pass to Barnes. Back to Bogut. Shoots from the right block. Good. Bogut's got 4 points in the quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, you know, Andrew Bogut essentially missed the first half of last season as he continued rehab from his ankle injury from early 2012. The team did a pretty good job of holding down the fort in his absence. Got off to a hot start, but no question about it. He gives this team a whole different dimension inside when he's healthy.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Mayo drives in. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night. Going back to Bogut, the Warriors took a little heat early on with that trade. You know, they sent their high-scoring guard, Monte Ellis, for Bogut to Milwaukee, and they had to wait a long while for the big man because he came injured to Golden State.
Well, that was the main reason people were upset. They traded their leading scorer for a guy who couldn't even play because he was on the sidelines. But once he was healthy, the trade made perfect sense. Golden State had plenty of firepower in the backcourt. They needed the size and defense that Bogut brought them.
Knight passes to Ilyasova. 5 on the clock. The feed now to Mayo. Fade away. Again, Mayo missing.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off, just couldn't get it to go.
Thompson with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Thompson with the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. And Lee pulls it down. The Warriors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
Harrison Barnes.
Iguodala outside. Butler with the steal. Knight with it. Knocks down the step back J. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Barnes kicks to Iguodala. He dishes it to Bogut. The jump hook, that's good.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
And it's good. Ilyasova's got 9 points now in just the second half. Barnes against Knight. Pass to Barnes. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Clock at 6. Butler with the block. But they get it back. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Tony Douglas is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Lee with the steal. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Now, here is Knight. The dish to Sanders. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, one of the bigger improvements last season, as I saw it, was Larry Sanders transforming from a specialist role player into a legitimate starting center. I mean, he always had a knack for defense and blocking shots and rebounding, but he polished up his offensive skills enough to be an impact player at that end of the floor.
And for Sanders, some of his improvement offensively was just sticking to his strengths, Steve, finishing around the rim.
Yeah, he improved his shot selection. He's always played with a lot of energy, but I think his decision-making was the reason he finished third in most improved player voting last year.
A nice young player for Milwaukee. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Talk about a terrific game for Sanders. He has 9 rebounds, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And those steals are all the evidence you need of just how high his basketball IQ is. He really sees the floor well defensively.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Bucks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Knight gets a screen from Sanders. A nice shot by Knight.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Warriors trail by 3. Douglas dishes to Lee. Lee, a screen on Mayo. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's on Caron Butler.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Bucks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Douglas, kicks it to Lee. Now the pass to Douglas. Bogut dishes to Douglas to take the lead. Out to the wing. Thompson for 3. That's good with a Douglas assist. Thompson's got 9 points in the quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Iguodala against Knight. High post shot. That drops. Knight's got 10 points here in the second half.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Douglas against Knight. It's Thompson off the drive, and the call will go against Caron Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Iguodala kicks to Lee. Some solid defense from Butler. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Mayo, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Mayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Loose defense at such a critical time. You're better off sending him to the line than giving him 2 points.
Thompson in the post, guarded by Mayo. It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Douglas. And again, no good by Golden State. Bucks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. And that one's good. And it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
What a shot over the bigger man. I'll tell you what, that could prove to be a massive play in this game.
You know, because of the defense and the pressure situation, Steve, that was a high degree of difficulty shot on that jumper.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. One guy who's been getting it done is O.J. Mayo.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Iguodala, the pass to Lee. Lee off a pick from Bogut, and the call will be against David Lee. That's his first foul.
That's his third turnover here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be tough for this team to come back.
Well, he needs to come up with a few big shots here in the fourth for all the times that he's given away the rock.
Bucks leading by 4. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
And Milwaukee has possession. And Ilyasova kicks to Sanders. It's stolen by Bogut.
That pass never had a chance there. His timing was perfect in going after that steal.
Douglas with it. Now Mayo defending. Iguodala dishes to Douglas. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:52 left in the game. Here's Sanders. Second shot opportunity. They grab their own miss. And at last, they get one to fall.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. It's got to be sky high.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 4. 1:41 left in the fourth. Knight against Douglas. Bogut with a screen on Knight. Douglas kicks to Lee. Second shot opportunity. Excellent D there from Mayo.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
Butler passes to Knight. He kicks it to Sanders. Outside Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there it is again from him. Shot good from Sanders. Sanders has got 5 points now in the quarter. Warriors trail by 6.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
Douglas kicks to Lee. Kicks it out to Iguodala. For 3. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Knight against Douglas. Now here's Sanders. He's guarded closely and misses it off the right side of the rim. Golden State's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. The shot's good from Douglas.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Third team
23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available, get the best shot as quickly as you can.
Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Douglas setting the pick for Lee. Thompson outside. Back to Lee. It's good. This game is all even. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 rebounds. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The score is tied at 122. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mayo into the lane. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And it's Butler in at the 3. Sanders' shot is good. Here's Douglas. Iguodala right side. 5 to shoot. And there's Bogut on the assist by Iguodala. Bogut's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. The Bucks shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. This is to Sanders. He feeds it to Butler. We play just over a minute here in OT. Nice D from Thompson. On the wing, it's Iguodala to take the lead. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Here's Butler. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. And the Bucks lead by 2. Knight against Douglas. Passes it to Thompson. Launches it. That's good with a Douglas assist. Thompson's got 47 points.
Now he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
Knight dishes to Mayo. Mayo off the pick from Sanders. Mayo the pass to Ilyasova. Here's Sanders. Bogut with the block. And here's Thompson. Feeds to Douglas. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Thompson for 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
Larry Sanders at the line for two.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second.
I'm sure he feels like they should have the lead right now, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Douglas with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Here's Lee, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Here's Butler. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Douglas kicks to Lee. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. 15 points for David Lee.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And it's blocked by Douglas. Thompson dishes to Douglas. Back to Thompson. Lee, a screen on Ilyasova. Thompson off the pick from Douglas. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. The dish to Bogut. A leaner. Rebound, Milwaukee. Knight's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. Iguodala with the steal. Foul called that time in the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Taking out the game Andre Iguodala is having, he has 15 points and 3 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
It really does seem like he's been one step ahead of everybody else out there, anticipating plays so well.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. So he comes up empty at the line. The Bucks trail. Mayo, the pass to Ilyasova. Sanders against Bogut. Sanders dishes to Butler. Pass to Mayo. Here's Sanders. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Steve, what a big possession right here.
No doubt, guys. You can feel the tension in this building.
Bogut sets a screen for Douglas. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, they're still within reach, but they need a hoop pretty much every time down the floor.
Well, they've got a little life, but they better execute every time.
A nice shot by Knight.
Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Timeout called the Warriors. Knight against Douglas. The feed to Iguodala. He dishes it to Lee. 6 to shoot. It's good! Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in overtime. What's your take, guys?
They actually could shoot a 3 here and go for the win, but I'd expect them to try to send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a shot off inside.
Here's Mayo. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And another overtime is in store for us. This one has been extremely tight. Great action all game long. We'll see now if fatigue, guys, plays a factor. That's the question. Mayo left side. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Thompson.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Shooting for Milwaukee, O.J. Mayo. At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. So he comes up empty at the line.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. And for the most part today, they have been. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
And the Warriors miss again. The Bucks shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Knight got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Thompson. And that's 19 points for David Lee. Here's Milwaukee now. To the inside. It's stolen by Bogut. Douglas against Knight. Now here's Douglas. Tight defense on him. Tries from 10. Iguodala no good.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
That's good. Knight's got the game tied up here for the Bucks. Now Douglas. Pass to Iguodala. Kicks to Lee. Goes up on the wing. And that one goes long. And here is Knight to take the lead. And he sinks the layup. Knight's got 25 points.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Douglas against Knight. The pass to Thompson. Shot off the screen. That's good with a Douglas assist. Thompson's got 49 points in the game.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Douglas against Knight. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. A floater, and it's sent back by Bogut. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
And Ilyasova kicks to Mayo. Stolen by Thompson. Iguodala outside. Bogut the pass to Iguodala. Thompson right side. Shot clock at 6. And the 3 off target from Iguodala.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And again, another one in from Brandon Knight. Knight's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Timeout called the Warriors. The inside, Ilyasova on him. Thompson dishes to Douglas. Douglas with a screen on Knight. Just 5 on the clock. It's Thompson off the drive, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Boy, he looked cool on both of them, didn't he? Clutch work at the line in a very tense moment of the game.
Knight with it. Outside Mayo. Out to the right wing. Ilyasova. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got 11 rebounds in the game. Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Iguodala off the pick from Douglas. Dishes to Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Thompson's got 53.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Knight passes to Sanders. And that one is stuck right through.
Hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game. And those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert.
Douglas dishes to Thompson. From 8. Yes! Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Man, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
Here's Butler. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Thompson outside. He feeds it to Lee. And Sanders pulls it down. Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 2. 15 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. What do you think, guys?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Ilyasova sets a screen for Mayo. Back tonight, 3-pointer, bullseye! Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 1. Just 4 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1. Guys, what do you think?
It's game time now, Kevin. Down 1. They've got enough time to make a couple of passes here to find the open man, but they've got to bury the shot to win the game.
That's a 2 from Lee. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly. But I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And now, down to Doris Drew is courtside, standing by with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Definitely just get my guys going a lot more and, try to be more of a playmaker. And, I enjoy seeing get guys going and making shots off my passes.
I think they enjoy it as well, Brandon. Great job. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Brandon Knight.